first. Second, Clarendon College 41.86. And third, Woolmer's Boys 42.63.
And in the Adidas sponsored 4x100 meters relay for boys, class 1. Lane 2, Monroe College A. Lane 3, Kingston College. Lane 4, Papine. Lane 5, Calabar. Lane 6, St. Catherine. Lane 7, St. Andrew Technical. And Lane 8, Petersfield. That's Lane 2, Monroe College A. Lane 3, KC. Lane 4, Papine. Lane 5, Calabar. Lane 4, St. Catherine. Lane 5, Calabar. Lane 6, St. Catherine. Lane 7, St. Andrew Technical. And Lane 8, Petersfield.
They've been sent about their business. It's the second heat of the boys class 1 4x100 meters sponsored by Adidas. Petersfield on the go. Petersfield with that clean baton exchange being chased by Calabar. Can they hold on? Calabar with that baton exchange. But it will be Petersfield who will be holding firm, coming down to this final baton exchange in the straightaway, and it will be Petersfield being chased by Calabar. Kingston College, it looks like it's about to be a close one. Will it be? It is Kingston College, Calabar. Oh, but here comes St. Catherine on the line. What a finish. A flash time of 41.43, an official time of 41.52, and that win goes to Kingston College. Second, St. Catherine, 41.57. And third, Calabar, 41.61. It's the 2026 Camperdown Classics, and it's getting hotter. Next event on track is the boys class 1 4x100 meters sponsored by Adidas Final C.
And the participants in this race, Lane 3, Bridgeport. Lane 4, Excelsior. Lane 5, Jamaica College. Lane 6, Camperdown. Lane 7, Clancarthy. And Lane 8, Herbert Morrison Technical.
Away they go, only 4 competitors in this final C of the boys class 1 4x100 meters. Herbert Morrison with a power pack start. Herbert Morrison holding, but it will be Excelsior on the inside, chasing Herbert Morrison and passing them. Excelsior, Jamaica College. Excelsior holding this lead ahead of Jamaica College. Camperdown in third. The final baton exchange, it's Excelsior in the straightaway, being chased by Jamaica College. It's Excelsior, and will be Excelsior for the win first, Jamaica College second, Camperdown third. A flash time, an official time of 45-1 for Excelsior first, second Jamaica College 41-0-0, and third Camperdown 43-4-2.
And now for final D, boys class 1 4x1. Sponsored by Adidas. Lane 3 St. Jago. Lane 4 York Castle. Lane 5 Ocherius. Lane 6 St. George's. Lane 7 Homewood. And lane 8 Pembroke Hall.
Away they go. It's the boys class 1 4x100 meters, sponsored by Adidas. It is looking to be Homewood. Homewood making their way, being chased by St. George's. It's close, but it's still Homewood in the lead. Based on the stagger, St. George's look like they're coming around, and it's the final baton change. It is Homewood and St. George's. Who will it be? St. George's, Homewood, but it will be St. George's STGC before Homewood for second, St. Jago third. First, St. George's 41-08. Second, Homewood 41-38, and third, St. Jago 42-7-8. Just a gentle reminder, their medal presentations, Kingston Bookshop, if we could have a representative, or Miss Chelsea Brown to present the girls class 4 4x100 meters. We need Vertec, Immaculate, and Hidel.
And on the track again, we now move to the 800 meters for women, class 3, sponsored by the Camperdown Alumni St. Andrew Chapter. In final A, we have Dania Scott of Alpha, Tashani Nelson of Bridgeport, Jashwania Lyons of Clancarthy, Johnny Reed of Queens. This is class 3. Shanil Henry of Hidel, Shantero Simpson of Christiana, Kelsey Richards of Wolmer's, Michaela Palmer of Mergrove, Laquala Burns of Excelsior, Dacia Smith of BB Coke, Rhea Walters of Immaculate, and Jessica McFarlane of Marymount. That is the 800 meters for girls, class 3, final A. If you're wondering where your car keys are, and you have an association with Camperdown High School, car keys are at the announcer's desk. Camperdown High School, labeled Camperdown High School. So search your pockets or your bag. If you're missing your key and you're tagged Camperdown High School, check out the announcer's table.
Calling a representative from Burger King to make the medal presentation for the girls class 3 4x100 meters. We need Homewood, Alpha, and Hidel.
And the triple jump for girls has been completed. The winner is Xavier Bernard of Hidel with a leap of 12.63 meters, her personal best. Followed by Jadia Robbins of Immaculate, 12.29. And Chani Armstrong of St. Catherine, 11.95.
Just a quick announcement. There are 2 cars that need to move, and if you fail to do so, they will be towed. That's 1495 KU and 2244 HQ. If you don't move, your cars will be towed. That's license plate number 1495 KU and 2244 HQ.
This is the Castak sponsored 800 meters for girls class 3 final A. Denaya Scott of Alpha, Tashani Nelson of Bridgeport, Joshua Lyons of Cloncarthy, Johnny Reed of Queens, Shaniel Henry of Hidel, Shantira Simpson of Cristiano, Kelsey Richards of Wolmer's, Michaelia Palmer of Myrtle Laquela Burns of Excelsior, Decia Smith of BB Coke, Rhea Walters of Immaculate, and Jessica McFarlane of Marymount.
The final lap. Hidel holding firm. It's Hidel, Wolmer's, and Alpha in the top three at the moment. It's Hidel, Alpha, Hidel, and it will be Alpha on the line first, Hidel second, Wolmer's third. $221.76. That's Denoya Scott. Second, Shaniel Henry. 2:22.32. And third, Kelsey Richards of Wolmer's. 2 minutes 29.39.
And coming up in the field in about 7 minutes time, we will be having a high jump for girls, class 4. Daniela Andrade of St. Catherine, Shanati Williams of Wolmer's, Gabrielle Rodney of St. Catherine, Alyssa Coburn of Alpha, Shakira Rowe of St. Catherine, Andriana Phillips of Alpha, Dejane Grant of St. Andrew Technical, Rihanna Henry of Manchester, Ricky Wright of Manchester, Christian Allen of Excelsior, Naomi Anderson of Excelsior, Javona McKenzie of Arden, Marissa Bent of Immaculate, Kishana Francis, Tony-Ann Chambers of Merle Grove, Anatavia Cunningham of Merle Grove, Shari Smith of St. Andrew, Athlia Gooden of Holland, Zahara Thomas of Homewood, Kwesi Ann Tucker of Homewood, Vanisha James of Homewood, Tahelia James of Vere.
Away they go. It's the girls 800 meters, class 3, heat 2, sponsored by Castac. Immaculate in the lead. It's Immaculate, St. Jago, and Excelsior. It's the 2026 Camperdown Classics. And in that order, still Immaculate, St. Jago, Excelsior. Here comes St. Jago. Final lap. Top three, still holding firm. It's crunch time. Immaculate and St. Jago, the top two. Excelsior trailing third. Our top three still sticking together. It's the straightaway. Immaculate, St. Jago, Excelsior. Will it be Immaculate? Will it be St. Jago? And it's down to the wire, and it will be Immaculate for first. 2 minutes 28:08. That's Wavani Walker of Immaculate. 2 minutes 28:22. Second, Rwanya Henry of St. Jago. 2 minutes 28:46. And third, Jada Graham of Excelsior. 2 minutes 30:20. We need a medic. We need a medic now.
Still in class 3, girls, 800 meters. This is final. C coming up. Aleonia Cowens of BB Coke, Tiffany Lees of Queens, Kimoya Dennis of Immaculate, Sakina Peterkin of Manchester, Torian Jones of Camperdown.
It's the girls 800 meters class 3, sponsored by Castac. It's heat 3, and it is heating up on the track. Hidel seems to be in the lead.
Check mic, check 1 2. Yeah. Check, check, mic check, 1, 2. Checking for audio, yeah. Mic check, 1, 2. Check, check. Mic check, 1, 2, yeah.
And the winner takes it all at the finish line in 2 minutes 21-1. A medic needed. Trackside, medic needed now. At the 200-meter mark. Medic here needed at the 200-meter mark. That was the girls' class 3, 800 meters, heat 3. First, Alex Jordan Hall, 2 minutes 20-25 for Clarendon College. Second, Sakina Peterkin, Manchester, 2 minutes 25-16. And third, Amelia Lang, Hidel, 2 minutes 38-7.
Oh, share it. At the finish line, next on the track, this is final D, class 3, girls, 800 meters, sponsored by Castac. In this race, Shamika Williams of Camperdown, Rashida Richards of St. Andrew Technical, Mahela Thomas of Knox, Denique Davis of Immaculate, Shante Warren of Edwin Allen, Nishana Sterling of Queens, Kira Akins of Greater Portmore, Shauna Galloway of St. Jago, Ariana White of Arden, Shona Doyley of Clarendon, Leanna Lawrence of St. Catherine, and Tatiana Peterkin of Veer Technical. Castac sponsored 800 meters for girls in class 3.
Away they go. It's the girls 800 meters class 3, heat number 4, sponsored by Castac. And it's Immaculate on the lead. Being trailed by St. Jago and Vertec. It's blazing on the track. Immaculate holding firm. They are currently in second. St. Jago being challenged by Edwin Allen and the Queen's School. But it's Immaculate. Who is the leader of the pack? It's the final lap. Immaculate holding on to that top spot. There in second, the Queen's School third. Can they catch her? Can they catch Immaculate? Holding the... She is leading the pack. In the straightaway, it is Immaculate. Vertec, the Queen's School. There's no letting up. She has staying power. She is charging to the finish line. And it's clear. It will be a win for Immaculate. Flash time 2 minutes 24.96. Oh. Second is there. We need a medic over here quickly. First for Immaculate, Danique Davis. An official time of 2 minutes 25.10. We need a coach from St. Catherine High to report to the medical tent now. We need a coach from St. Catherine High to report to the medical tent now. Second, Tatiana Peterkin of Vertec, 2 minutes 28.51. And third, Nishana Sterling of the Queen's School, 2 minutes 30.09.
And in the next heat, which is final E, 800 meters for girls, sponsored by Castak, we have Tajna Jones of Kingston High, Shamika Wright of Magotty, Diamond Schroeter of Campion, Gabriela Fletcher of St. Andrew, Rihanna Gale of Edwin Allen, Desta Robinson of Hidel, Teresa Smith of Alphonsus Davis, Genevicia Brown of Vere Technical, Tihara Temple of Alpha, Talia Honigan of Manchester, Chanel Harris of St. Catherine, and Abigail Dodd of Wolmer's.
They've been sent about their business. It is the girls 800 meters class 3, final E, sponsored by Castak. And it's an early break for Edwin Allen. Hidel on their tail. Edwin Allen being trailed by Hidel and St. Andrew. Edwin Allen holding firm. Hidel a close second. St. Andrew third. The final lap. Our top 5, Edwin Allen, Hidel, St. Andrew, Alphonsus Davis, Manchester High. Edwin Allen. Still leading the pack. Can they catch her? Will they catch her? There will be no catching her. Here comes Edwin Allen. The straightaway. She has given them lengths. Edwin Allen for the win. Flash time 2 minutes 26.8. St. Andrew High second. Manchester High third. First for Rihanna Aaliyah Gale of Edwin Allen, 2 minutes 28.2. Second, Gabriella Fletcher, St. Andrew, 2 minutes 27.03. And third, Talia Hunnigan, Manchester, 2 minutes 28.57.
And in Heat F, Class 3, girls, 800 meters. Gabriel Wellington of Campion, Sage Shanna of Immaculate, Sincere Lewis of St. Andrew, Romeo and Gray of Edwin Allen, Georgina Rochester of Vere, Shania Palmer of St. Jago, Kiana Douglas of Alphonsus Davis, Gabriel Francis of St. Catherine, Santana Brown of Clarendon, Shantasha Gooden of Manchester, and Apollona Gardner of Sydney Pagan.
Away they go. It's the girls 800 meters class 3 sponsored by Castac, and it is final F. Edwin Allen out of the pack from early. I don't know which school it is. And it's Edwin Allen holding firm. Being chased by St. Catherine. Closing the first lap, Edwin Allen. St. Catherine High, St. Jago. The final lap. In that order, Edwin Allen, St. Catherine, St. Jago, Alphonsus Davis, Immaculate. Their names are here. It's Romeo and Gray of Edwin Allen leading the pack, followed by Gabriel Francis of St. Catherine, who has been overtaken by St. Jago. That's Shayna Palmer of St. Jago. Romeo and Gray leading the field. And she is not letting up. Here she comes. The straightaway. It's Romeo and Gray of Edwin Allen. Shayna Palmer of St. Jago. And it will be a win for Romeo Gray of Edwin Allen. Second, Shina Palmer of St. Jago. And third, Alphonsus Davis, Kiana Douglas. First, Romeo Gray, Edwin Allen, 2 minutes 25.6. Second, Shania Palmer, St. Jago, 2 minutes 25.00. And third, Gabriel Third is Kiana Douglas of Alphonsus Davis, 2 minutes 25.59.
Your attention please, the following teams are asked to come for medal presentations. The ADD sponsored Class 3 boys 4x100, Wilmer's Kingston College and Jamaica College. The Class 2 4x100 sponsored by Western Union, Kingston College, Calabar and Wilmer's. The Adidas sponsored Class 1 boys 4x1, Jamaica College, Excelsior and the Jamaica College B. The KLS Omega sponsored Class Open Triple Jump, Xavier Bernard, J.D. Robinson, Johann Armstrong, you're all needed for medal presentation at this time.
Final G, 800 meters, girls class 3. Denisha Carter, Kiona James, Driana Freighter, Savannah Gubey, O'Shea Cummings, Kamoya Graham.
But it's Hidel that has emerged. Hidel. Hidel for the win. Edwin Allen second. Sydney Pagan third. First, Cummings of Hidel, 2 minutes 16.45. Low of Edwin Allen, 2 minutes 18.77. And third, Kamoya Graham of Sydney Pagan, 2 minutes 18.81. We need a coach from Clarendon College urgently at the medical tent. The coach from Clarendon College, you are urgently needed at the medical tent. If you are missing a power bank, it's at the announcer's table.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to repeat, coach from Clarendon College. Coach of Clarendon College, you're needed urgently at the medical tent, please.
This is class 2 girls, 800 meters, final A. Davis, Rory and Stevenson of Alpha, Madison Allen of York Castle, Tracy Ann Evans of Homewood, Rihanna Collington of Edwin Allen, and Tiandra Wallace of Holland.
And it's Tabra Williams of Alphonsus Davis out in the lead. seems to be challenged by Danique Palmer of Edwin Allen. Homewood, Landy K. Hibbert, currently in third. Tabra Williams of Alphonsus Davis, holding firm, leading the pack. Here comes Tracy and Evans of Homewood. Under 400 to go. Tabra Williams of Alphonsus Davis not letting up, and the two athletes from Homewood trailing her. Tracy and Evans, Landy K. Hibbert. But Tabra Williams of Alphonsus Davis is holding firm. She has opened up the track. What a distance it is. There will be no overtaking her, no passing her. She is cruising to the finish line. Make some noise. It's Tabra Williams of Alphonsus Davis for first. Flash time 2 minutes 14:30. And our two athletes of Homewood, Landy K. Hibbert, Tracy and Evans. Evans second, 2 minutes 24:40. And third, Landy K. Hibbert.
In the field, we also have the triple jump final. Triple jump for boys, class 1.
That was final A of the girls 800 meters, class 2, sponsored by Agent Sasco. Final B up next.
Participants in Final B, 800 meters for girls, class 2, sponsored by Agent Sasco. Lane 1, Anya White of Petersfield. Lane 2, Yashay Thomas of Marymount. Lane 3, Brianna Thompson of Campion. Lane 4, Latoya Williams of Queens, and Tiasha Barrett of Holy Childhood. Lane 5, Katie Senior of Hidel and Allen, and Carita Rose of Homewood. Lane 6, Retricia Eaton of Alphonsus Davis, and Raquela Walker of St. Catherine. Lane 7, Ashley Winter of Homewood, and Nikaya Anderson of Excelsior. And lane 8, Sakila Wilby of Hidel, and Kimberly Brown of Manchester.
Away they go. It's the girls 800 meters class 2 final B, sponsored by Agent Sasco. Kimberly Brown of Manchester High leading the pack, followed by Latoya Williams of Queens. Kimberly Brown, Manchester High, leading, followed by Latoya Williams of the Queen's School. Carita Rose of Homewood holding firm in third. It's the final lap, and it is the Queen's School, Latoya Williams, who is up front and center. It's the Queen School leading the pack. Latoya Williams. Staying power. Yes, she does. Latoya Williams holding the field. It's Karita Rose of Homewood now in second. Latoya Williams of the Queen School. Will they catch her? Can they catch her? Latoya Williams of the Queen School will be making it to that finish line for the first place. Second, Karita Rose of Homewood. And third, Hidel. Sakila will be. First, Latoya Williams, the Queen School, 2 minutes 21:48. Second, Sakila will be Hidel, 2 minutes 24:63. Karita Rose of Homewood, third, 2 minutes 25:06.
That was final B. And this is final C. 800 meters class 2 for girls, sponsored by Agent Sasko. Lane 1, Giselle James of Papine. Lane 2, Malia Henry of Immaculate. Lane 3, Dahlia Fairweather of Hidel. Lane 4, Jada Fletcher of St. Jago and Jonelle Davis of St. Andrew. Lane 5, Ali K. Reynolds of Alphonsus Davis and Chevelle White of Alphonsus Davis. Lane 6, Venetia Pommels of Manchester and Kevon Gay Fowler of Edwin Allen. Lane 7, Amanda Bailey of Queens and Alexia Palmer of Sydney Pagan. Lane 8, Kaya Anderson of Queens and Natania Robinson of Immaculate. Final C, 800 meters for girls, class 2. Sponsored by Agent Sasko.